The year is 2018. You work for minimum wage, so you're poor. You're overweight, so you don't have a six-pack. Your face usually makes small children cry, and your personality is like Amy Schumer. The world would just be better off without it. All of this might give you trouble with the ladies, to the point where they have absolutely zero interest in you, meaning that you don't get laid at all. Maybe you've never been laid ever. This would make you an involuntary celibate. An incel. Lack of poontang can make a man upset. Lack of poontang can make a man angry. Lack of poontang can make a man go on a murderous fucking rampage. Here we fucking go. Incels have created an online community where they blame their lack of sex on modern women, society, superior males, and basically anyone but themselves. I do absolutely grant you, modern women are a lot worse than what women were back in the day. Which is why I got me a trad wife. She even lets me beat her when I've had a bad day. And society does enforce what is and isn't pretty, so that might tug your heartstrings a little bit and you might want to try and help these incels out of pity. The problem with that is incels will reject every single piece of advice you give them and make zero attempts to try and actually improve themselves. They're pretty much just like SJWs, where instead of them conforming so that they fit into society, they think that society as a whole should change to accommodate them. It's even got to the point where incels actually meme the advice that they're given. See, if you tell an incel to go to the gym, try harder at their job so they get promoted, go into higher education so that they can get better qualifications, or even go out more so that they can practice socially interacting with people so they can have an easier time approaching women, they actually just start screeching at you, even though that is really good advice that I would advise everyone follow. They'll start screeching at you going, it's not as easy as that, I tried that and it didn't work. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You probably did this for about 3 days, and then because you didn't get instant results, you got pissed and gave up. Incels are probably the type of people who would do 20 sit-ups and then start screeching about how they didn't immediately have a six-pack. What incels are is mostly guys who were born with a face like a bus couch. They have absolutely no job prospects, they don't exercise, they are socially inept, and they really don't make any attempts whatsoever to actually improve social interaction or their sex life, because when it comes to their sex life, they're just absolute nihilists. But apparently, that's women's fault. Let's take a little bit of a look into incel culture itself, and we can start with some of the terminology that incels like to use. We can start with the most basic term. Incel. An incel is a man who is very unattractive, very unfit, has low social skills, and has problems interacting and getting laid with women, to the point where he doesn't get laid at all. To the point where he could possibly even be a permanent virgin, because the sexual market is very much like the thought market, where it is capitalist and only the strong survive. Alphas. Alphas are strong, powerful, confident men who have no problem interacting with women and find it very easy to get laid. Incels believe that all women are only attracted to alphas, which at one point was actually true. Naturally, women seek strong counterparts in order to pass superior genes off to their offspring, and also to increase the chance of the offspring surviving because they've got this strong alpha to protect them. But that isn't really the case anymore, because, I mean, look at soy boys. Soy boys get laid. A lot of them are even getting married. A lot of them also invite Tyrone over to their house to fuck their wife, but that's besides the point. Betas. Weak and submissive men, but there is still a chance of them getting laid. Such as the soy boys I mentioned earlier. Omegas. Very, very weak men who probably even struggle to ask a woman what time it is. Most incels fall into this category. Stacy. Stacy is a term used to describe women who are very, very attractive and have a lot of sexual experience. Stacys are the 9s or 10s that every single guy wants to fuck. Incels have an absolute hatred for Stacys, but they totally would fuck one if given half the chance. Chad. The incel's arch nemesis. Chads are powerful, strong, confident alpha males that have women lining up at their door so that they can all get a dose of those good, strong genes. All incels hate Chads, because all incels wish they were a Chad. And incels also believe that Chads are hogging all the women. Roasty. I actually kind of like this one. A roastie is a woman who has slept with so many men that her vagina now resembles a pile of roast beef. A roastie. Nah, walt. This is a MGTOW term, but incels have started using it too. It stands for not all women are like that, in the sense of not all women are roasties. But incels use this term ironically because they fully believe that all women are like that. An incel's lack of sex and constant rejection can lead them to have an absolute hatred for women in society as a whole, and result in them blaming women and society for all of their problems. Every single one. Because personal accountability isn't something that incels are very familiar with. There are subreddits, 4chan threads, forums, and all manner of things that incels use to just voice their absolute hatred and contempt for women, while at the same time wanting to sleep with them. One of the best things to come out of this is a wealth of videos that incels make, basically blaming everyone but themselves for their problems.
I asked people on Reddit if I'm ugly, and most of them say I am. Like, seriously, is my face really that bad? I mean, fuck! There's so many goddamn people saying that my face is ugly. It's repulsive. And I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm stuck in my fucking room because of you motherfuckers!
Hey guys, it's Rob. And a whole bunch of people were like, hey, you know, if Chad keeps stealing the girls that you go after, then why don't you just go after the girls that Chad won't go after? Like, meaning like fat girls and shit like that. Well, see, the problem is that nowadays with like fat acceptance and all that other stuff, and like, you know, the body positive movements and stuff like that, those girls aren't really in a niche anymore. I mean, there are dudes out there who go after, specifically, I can't say that word.
It's probably because you don't have any teeth. Apparently a trend has even started where incels are actually making fake online dating profiles using really, really hot Chad pictures and luring women out on dates so that they can yell at them for wanting to bang a Chad.
How's it going? How's it going?
What's that?
How's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
Pretty good. You look really nice today. How's it going?
Good.
You have a boyfriend?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're waiting for Chad, right? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're on Tinder, right? Your name's...
Okay, can you please?
Your name's Danny, right? Dan?
No.
Yeah, you are. I messaged you on Tinder. Mom and Dad? I catfished you.
I'm gonna pepper spray you.
I catfished you.
I'm going to pepper spray
I
you.
catfished you. I have your number.
I'll call the cops.
For what? I catfished you.
So there are men who have no social skills at all, they're very unattractive, they're very unfit, they have little to no income, and instead of bettering themselves, they just want to sit online all day and blame women in society for all of their problems. So what's the ultimate result of this? Well, men, you know how it feels when you haven't emptied the tank in about 3 days. It can make you a little bit more irritable. It can make you a little bit more confrontational. All of that build-up of testosterone can make you a little bit more prone to anger. And that's after only 3 days. Even gladiators in the days of old wouldn't have a wank in the days leading up to a fight because they knew the build-up of testosterone would actually help them perform better in combat. But imagine being an incel. Imagine it being more than 3 days. Imagine it being years. Imagine it being never. Those blue balls. All of that testosterone, all of that rage, only being fueled more and more by the subreddits that you browse. And pussy is the only cure. Water, water everywhere. And none of it wants you to drink it. That can do things to a man.
Hi, Elliot Roger here. Well, this is my last video. It all has to come to this.
The Incel Rebellion.
At least 6 people were shot and killed late Friday night in a student neighborhood near the University of California, Santa Barbara.
Suggesting Manassian was angry over being rebuffed by women.
A disturbed young man who had been rejected by a classmate after making repeated aggressive advances.
It reads in part, "The Incel Rebellion has already begun. We will overthrow all the Chads and Stacys."
Imagine being so much of a virgin that you kill people. Imagine being that much of a fucking gimp that you want to enact revenge on society when the only person to blame is yourself because you made no effort whatsoever to actually try and improve yourself. Incels want a reward without putting any work in. Incels are communists. Society's not at fault. You are. You can laugh all you want at all the advice that you're given, if it's fucking good advice. It's not going to fix your life in a few days or a few weeks or maybe even a few months, but that doesn't mean you should fucking stop trying and then blame everybody else because you couldn't fucking follow through. Nothing in life worth having comes easy. It takes hard work to get good things. And yes, it is fucking possible. Because I managed to do it myself. A lot of people know that I used to be a commie. I even dumped some really cringe pictures of myself online for everybody to laugh at, but believe it or not, I actually managed to improve myself past that state of absolute virginity. I'm going to show all of you a picture of me from back in the day. A picture of what I used to be. Now, I know a lot of people watching this right now might really like me, enjoy my content, and possibly may even respect me as a person. I'm about to ruin that. Look at it. Fucking look at the absolute fucking state of me. Look at it. Fucking gaze deep. And I promise you, you have never, ever in your life witnessed anything more cringe than this. I challenge anyone to step forward and fucking show me something cringier than this fucking picture. Now, if that can develop itself into a stage where it can actually have sex with women, then anyone can fucking do it. The dating game seriously has changed over the years in terms of syntax, but the age-old rules still remain. Women like strong and confident partners. That is the way it has always been. It's been that way since before man even started walking upright. That's the way it's always been, and that's probably the way it's always going to be, because that's just human nature. And you want all of that to change because you're fucking lazy. Stop the nihilism and actually make some effort to better yourself. And I don't mean for a few days or a few weeks. Actually get up off your fucking arse and make a full fucking effort to better yourself. And if you ever feel like going on a mass shooting to get back at women in society because you won't fix your problems, how about you turn the gun on yourself first, you fucking incel? And until you guys actually start trying instead of crying, don't care, virgin.
It's Count Dankula on YouTube. Everybody should subscribe.